Gina.
Hey, how are you?
Gina,
Look,
I'm tired.
same. Look, I may or may not have just look. We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about this stuff happening. I can see it in my reflection. Hey, Erica.
Hi, Erica. You canning tonight too?
Erica, we need to get you on this canning girl. Do you can? I don't think she do. I don't think she's
I
got.
don't think I've heard her talk about it, wanting to, but I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever.
I don't think she's gotten into it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You
Hey, lady.
can. What you
Yeah.
doing, girl? How was your day? What y'all do today? Hey,
Hey,
Stardust
Starduster. Hey, Miss Cheryl. How y'all doing?
girl. We gonna get you canning. We gonna make sure you can all things spicy so Billy can't have any. That's what
A
we
water
doing.
bath. Okay. Gina was just saying
Um,
jams and jellies are so easy, and it's
what did
true.
I? What was the whole thing I said? Do you remember?
I kind of remember.
I'm mad at myself because I think I might have put my foot in my mouth. What I said was jams and jellies are so easy. It's hard not to have all the things you need to make them.
You did say that. You got everything?
I don't know because I don't know if I have pectin. I'll
Look,
be
I
right back.
checked my pectin 3 minutes before I popped on. We
Oh
did
my
go to the store and I couldn't find any. And I was like, well, I think I got some. I'll check. If I don't, I'll go to the other store. I forgot. I forgot. I would have been like, Gina, I'm going to need you to hold down the line.
I got
Okay.
pectin.
She got it. She
I
got
swear here,
it.
I was looking at the recipe. That's what made me think like, I don't know if I got pectin.
Look, I was putting away some stuff and it was some jams that we made. I don't know. I didn't label them.
Hmm.
It was like water.
Okay.
Water. And I think it might have been like when I did the apple jelly because of the color of it.
Hmm.
I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know if I put pectin in it. If I didn't put enough, I
Yeah.
don't know.
My blueberry one didn't set. I didn't put pectin in it because blueberries are supposed to have natural,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it didn't set. So I've used it as like a blueberry syrup, and it's
As a
delicious.
syrup.
Hmm.
I saw this one guy on Instagram and he just did like in a jar, did like sugar, blueberries. And I think it's kind of a way of fermenting it. And
Oh
he said it
yeah.
made a wonderful syrup. Um, and I was like, I'm gonna look into that because I think that is fermenting it. I I got to
Yeah.
get more into fermentation. I don't do it enough. I don't know enough about it.
Yes. Thank you, Starduster. Miss Cheryl says she's canning pickles tomorrow.
Okay, a neighbor gave me a lot of pickles, so it is fermented pickles tomorrow. Nice.
I
You
still
back
got
into the
quite a
cannon, Miss Cheryl.
bit. I have quite a bit of pickles, but I'll be doing more pickles because my daughter loves them.
Mm-hmm. Erica trying to buy some pickles already.
Pickles or jam?
She said
And
pickles.
she said pickles.
She said a jar. Miss Cheryl, how much money do you want me to send for a jar? So I'm gonna say the pickles.
Yeah, we gonna get you canning. She already growing the stuff.
Mm-hmm. It really is easy.
Pickles are easy.
So I'm doing festive pepper jam, and I have a assortment of peppers. What you doing, Gina?
I'm doing a made up recipe. So what had happened, y'all?
See what
I was
had happened was
I literally just put on clothes for you guys. Hmm. I did. So I had stuff here to make some jelly. So I got this berry juice. I'm going to
that's a
do
good one.
berry jelly with some peppers that I've grown already in the garden. Some of my hot peppers have already come up. So I had some jalapeno and I had this purple one. I forget what it's called though. I forget. It was the ones that I started in the hydroponic, but I moved them from the hydroponic to outdoors. So they come out actually. Oh, I have some. Hold on.
Miss Cheryl said can't let them cucumbers go to waste.
Them too quick, but they look like this.
What is that?
Those purple peppers.
They're so tiny.
I know.
Pretty. And they're done? Oh, they're off the hydroponics.
No, these are I took them from the hydroponic month and a half or so ago and put them outdoors.
Okay.
In the garden. So they're both dwarf plants, the ones that I'm getting peppers from already, aside from my my cayenne. That one isn't a dwarf and it's already put out peppers. But yes. So I cut up some of these.
And have you tasted them?
No.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be really, really hot. And I wasn't in the mood for that. My mouth to be on fire.
But you need to know where you stand on the really, really hot. I mean, you could have took like just a piece when you cut it up.
Okay. I felt something tingle.
The suspense, y'all.
Yeah, and I took such a tiny little bite, so they made. It's hot. It's not intolerably hot. But that bite, that second bite, definitely.
Hotter than a jalapeno?
To me, because to me, jalapenos develop more heat when they're pickled or fermented. Like if I just eat one out the garden, they're not that hot to me.
I completely agree.
Okay. That gave me a little sting of heat, but it wasn't like fire. So I think that's hotter.
Milder than a habanero?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely so. So somewhere between there. Jalapeno, habanero is definitely milder than the habanero.
How is your death spiral coming?
It's not.
Really?
I have restarted seeds for that, the peach, the chili de arbol, and something else. All of them did not make it because it's not getting hot enough here. So when I put my seedlings outside, it wasn't hot enough. They ended up dying.
Like I told you today, my hot ones have germinated in the hotbed. They're tiny, they're super tiny, but at least I have germination. But my bell pepper and sweet bed, I've got no germination, nothing. So I'm just going to start buying starts just so I can have something. So I got 5 starts today between sweets and bell. So I have a total of 6 out there now. But I wanted that bed full. I'm disappointed. We just started to get hot, but I have only lost 2. That's good, Miss Cheryl. I feel like I lost my whole bed.
I lost quite a bit of my hot. I still have a lot out there, so it's not like, oh, that's all my hot. I did cayenne, I did Tabasco, jalapeno. Outside of the one I moved from my hydroponic, I had another jalapeno, habanero, ghost pepper, Scotch bonnet. So those are all doing okay.
You have a wide variety. The paprika Miss Felicia sent me seems to be coming along great.
I think that's a mild one though. It's but so that's closer to your sweets. It's not
Mhm.
sweet, but I think it's milder.
Well, my plan is I'm gonna get Marcus to smoke it, and then I'm gonna grind it and have some smoked paprika.
I am drying. I mean, drying. I'm dehydrating some garlic right now. It's still dehydrating. Garlic seems to take quite a while.
It does.
And
And did you chop it up, or you just got the whole bulb? It's the
which one
bulb.
are you going to judge me for? It's the whole. No, I did pull the. It's not the entire bulb like I pulled it from the ground. I
Mhm.
took them apart and took them out of the
The
papery
thing.
part of it.
Mhm.
So, but it is still bulbed. It's not chopped up.
It's gonna take a long time. Mm, it may be 24 hours at least.
It's gonna be out there all night. I have it
Mhm.
outside because I didn't want my
Mhm.
house to be
Right. I have to put mine in the garage. I like the smell, but after a while, we've got to put it in the garage.
same. I like the smell of garlic, but I could just only I can smell it strong when I step outside. So you could
Mhm.
imagine if
In
it
the
was in my
house,
house
on your clothes.
and everything for
Mhm.
days, weeks,
But yeah,
months.
I do when I do the garlic. It depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm doing a big batch of it, I'm gonna chop it because it's not gonna take as long if you chop it all up.
Well, if I knew that, I would have done that. But if I chopped it, I would have needed something to keep it from falling through the holes.
Right.
I
Don't
don't
do you
have
have
anything.
the fruit leather?
I remember I bought them, but my dehydrator was too small for it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I remember when I first got my dehydrator, I was so excited and I put peas on it and they all fell.
Yep, that part. You doing
Miss,
ginger too and
I need
garlic
to do
and
ginger.
with
I
your
want to do
prayer.
ginger and turmeric.
I will be definitely doing them next year. I don't. I just. I have some. Actually, I have some ginger right here
I might.
that I could put in there, but I think I'm just gonna do ginger and turmeric next year. Hey,
Mhm.
Mike. Yeah,
So
but I
Gina, your berry and hot pepper recipe, are you following along the same lines as the watermelon pepper recipe?
pretty much. I'm just gonna follow the berry recipe in the book, and I'm adding
Hi,
peppers
Miss
to it.
Felicia. Okay.
Miss Felicia. Yep. So I'm gonna follow that part to the T, and then I'll just add some peppers in there. I figure the peppers aren't going to alter anything
At
much.
first, I did think about it because I was like, you're not putting in any vinegar. But then I remembered you did your watermelon juice and your
Hmm.
pepper. And I was like, well, that didn't have vinegar in it. So it's
Hmm.
good.
And I took that recipe. I found it on YouTube. I think that watermelon one,
That was a
which
good one.
was
It
delicious.
was a good one, y'all. If you can go back and find it, Gina's, not YouTube's, Gina's watermelon juice and pepper recipe.
We did that on one of your lives. I don't have it on my channel, so don't
Well,
go
you
over
got
there.
to make one.
I do. I have to. Well, when I do, I definitely plan on making it again this year.
When
It
you
was
get your
that
watermelon
good. It
because it
tastes
was
like a
amazing.
watermelon Jolly Rancher with peppers in it. It was so
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
So when
Hey,
my
Carissa.
watermelon, hey Carissa,
Hey, Saul.
when I get watermelons this year, I will be doing it again. But y'all, while I was out there this morning, walking through the garden as I do every day, I have a little baby watermelon,
Oh, Gina.
and I pollinated that chick because I was like, "You gonna grow." It's one of my sugar babies. I know exactly which plant it is.
Pepper jam is my wait for it jam.
Right. Mm, 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 mm. That
So I think I have 4 reds, 4 yellows, 4 oranges, and like 5 bell peppers and 8 jalapenos. I don't know. Marcus chopped them all up for me, but I think that's what we got. So I'm just going to kind of evenly scoop a little bit of everything in
I
there.
like how you call the other colors their colors, and then you call I'm assuming the green one bell pepper. They're all bell peppers.
No, it's a bell pepper, and the other one is a red pepper, and an orange pepper, and a yellow pepper. I said what I said.
I listen. When you said it the first time, I was like, maybe I'm confused, but I'm
No,
like, no,
I said what I said.
I can't. All right, so I probably should start getting this juice going. Have you started anything?
No.
Oh, then you're using your jelly maker, your jam and jelly maker. Okay. Yeah, these things are fast, easy. They're easy. Listen, we probably could have been done in 20 to 30
We
minutes.
could have been done by
if we didn't hang out with y'all. So listen, we ain't gonna have y'all all night. Y'all gonna have a good time. Y'all, some of y'all who don't know how to make y'all ain't gonna never. First of all, you should not be buying jelly at the store. It's too easy to make.
It's too easy. It's
Especially
too
if it's
easy.
grape jelly. Just go buy some grape juice.
And it's so easy. You can make your own combination. Like Gina is. Miss Felicia, Gina is making berry.
I'm going to make a berry jelly with this juicy juice. And I'm adding some jalapeno and this purple hot pepper that I grew from the garden. Christmas in July playlist, heavy on the saxophone. So I'm feeling perfectly festive. Oh, okay. Cool. But yes, so I'm doing a berry pepper jam. Jelly, not jam, jelly. Yes. So let me turn on this.
You making jam?
I thought it was jam when there's fruit in it.
No, jelly. Jam has.
I think it
jam
is.
has chunks. Jelly is only juice. All right. Turn this light up.
I hope it is, Carissa, but I think it will be. I really do. Now I'm just thinking, should I just do the recipe as it is in the book? Let me see what it says it comes out to be. Oh, it's 5 half pints. Okay, that's fine. I didn't take out 5 half pints, and it's not going to yield that much. Oh, you're making a lot. That's a lot of peppers.
Yeah, we got a lot. Marcus wanted me to make some so he can take to some of his truck buddies.
Yeah. Miss Felicia, did you do a video of that? She says she made watermelon rind preserves.
Miss Felicia?
Yep.
I think I remember her saying that.
All right. So let me get my things together. I need 3 1/4 cup.
put some red pepper flakes in mine.
I was thinking about doing that too, but then I was like, I might end up making mine way too hot. But I might still, because I got some crushed pepper flakes that I made for my
Oh
pepper
yeah.
last year. So it's got Scotch bonnet, habanero, jalapeno, serrano.
I think it just makes it look pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Come from back there. Go. And I'm gonna do a cup of vinegar, apple cider vinegar. And when it beeps, I will add 3 cups of sugar. Trying to catch up in the chat. I agree, Miss Felicia. It really is the best. Let me get your eye in close.
Now, I did leave some of my seeds in just for the heat. So maybe I need to taste it. I hadn't more pepper flakes or anything.
Gina, what are you doing? Tell us what you're doing.
Have added 3¼ cups of juice to this pot. And I did 7 tablespoons of pectin, even though it says 6, because I like my jelly jelly.
Mm-hmm.
And it called for, if desired, a little lemon juice. I'm just going to add a little citric acid, which is the equivalent on canning. Some recipes call for citric acid, but you can substitute lemon juice.
Mm-hmm.
This one happens to call for lemon juice. So I'm substituting the citric acid. If I can get it open, y'all. Ooh, powder bounced up in my face. So I'm just gonna put a little bit.
I know, Miss Cheryl. It's been a while since you've been canning. Since you were canning with us. All right, so that's this big old thing of sugar I'm about to add in. I ain't even opened it yet. And you couldn't hear it, but it did beep. So that lets me know it's time to add the sugar.
So I think now I just let it come to a steady boil. Yep, bring it to a boil. Stirring to keep blending the pectin. And then we will add the sugar. And then after I add the sugar, hey, Second Chance Gardeners. After that, I'm going to add the peppers. I could add the peppers really now if I wanted to, but I'm going to wait. Maybe I'll add the peppers and then the sugar. Yes, the cream cheese and put that jam on top. I took that to a party once, Carissa, and when I tell you I had orders for my pepper jams after that, I was like, I didn't say I was selling them.
I know that's right. That's why Marcus wanted to know if I could do a couple of batches.
Uh-huh. I haven't used my jelly jam maker yet. I don't have one yet. I don't know if I'm gonna get one though. Oh, smells good though. I can tell you that.
Boil over. All right.
Smells good, y'all. Look at that jelly.
Miss Felicia, you ain't used it yet?
I'm gonna still make me some festive jam. I love the festive jam.
Marcus had asked if we were going to keep the seeds, and because he cut everything, if I wanted to keep the seeds and jalapenos. I was like, yes, because it's not going to be spicy. Between the sugar and the vinegar, it's not spicy.
It's not.
But it's delicious.
I don't think I do anyway. I don't think I have any biscuits. I got biscuits. We'll get some biscuits tonight. I didn't think I had any. I got biscuits, y'all. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna taste it tonight.
Get that oven heated.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, second chance gardeners. I'm not sure if I said hi, but welcome.
Do you know who that is, Tia? That's Hobby Hobbit. Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's Hobby Hobbit.
Yep. New channel name.
Change your name. I hate being late. What are we making? I'm making festive pepper jam. And Gina is making. Gina, what you gonna call yours?
I'm gonna call it y'all give me a name for it. So it's berry jelly with hot peppers in it. Give me a nice name for it.
What's the name of the peppers?
Jalapeno, and I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go in there and find out. The purple one's called. I think it was just called hot purple.
Very spicy, but it's not gonna be very spicy. I feel like it's not gonna be spicy.
It might.
That habanero jam was not spicy.
That's what you said. I still haven't tried it. And not for any other reason than I keep forgetting it's in there. So I'll open it tonight.
What are you? Go somewhere. Go find Marcus. She get on my nerves. Berry jalapeno jam.
That's so basic. I wanted to sound like I was one of the cool kids.
I got some juice. Maybe I'll make some jelly now. Do it.
Yeah. It's never the jelly is something that you never don't need.
I feel like if we're not going to use it, we're going to give it away. or someone is always willing to buy it. They love it. Love it.
So true.
Gina, your wardrobe, that pink that you wore the other night was really pretty.
Thank you. That was in South Carolina. She talked about the picture we took together. Thank you. It has to be because yesterday I had on red. I was trying to think, did I have pink on yesterday? But I didn't.
I need a recipe. 64 ounces of juice, sugar, pectin, citric acid. No, you can just do juice, sugar, and
I didn't
pectin.
use the whole thing of juice. The recipe in the book said three cups, 3¼ cups.
They usually about three. It's usually like three cups of sugar, 3 cups of juice, 3 tablespoons of pectin, but you can put in more.
Cups of sugar, which I don't
5.
know. Yep.
Hi,
Yep.
Creating with Keita. Hey, ladies.
Hey,
I made pineapple jam the other day, and did you love it?
Oh, pineapple jam. That one is good.
That is good. And I've done like pineapple jalapeno jam.
I think that's what I did. No, I did just pineapple. I did without the peppers, but it was good. All right. I think I am going to put some of my peppers in there. So these are the peppers that I dried, dehydrated, and crushed up myself from last season.
Beautiful.
Oh my garden. So I am going to put some in there.
Beautiful.
Right, maybe about a teaspoon. I could smell the peppers though before I put that in there. I could smell the other peppers I put in there. This is brand new. I thought this was already open.
I have 8 minutes left on mine. Marcus and the neighbors are out there doing fireworks.
They love doing some fireworks.
Can't wait. Yes, they do. They really do. And the thing is, it's us, the neighbors across the street, the neighbors beside them, and then the neighbors beside us. So the 4 of the men. And then they steady pulling stuff out their trunk. And they got their little setups where they got it like on 2x4s and all type of stuff.
Lord.
Dang shame. I can see them through the window. I will say it is a nice show, though.
It usually is.
It's always a nice show. We get out there and we put on like we'll bring the fire pit out to help keep the mosquitoes away and pull the chairs in the driveway, and we just sit back and watch them all.
I'm just doing 3 cups.
When she closed her eyes and pulled that recipe from her spirit. Carissa said TT went full Yoda mode when she closed her eyes and pulled that recipe from her spirit.
See?
I feel like it's been a really long time since we've canned something.
Yep.
I've missed it.
All right. I just need to boil hard for 1 minute. So I'm gonna stop stirring it and let it boil, and then it's ready to jar up.
Can y'all hear them fireworks?
I thought I was, but I'm not sure. If I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you remember he started doing it. What was that? Before Mother's Day?
Yes, that's when they got in a little bit of trouble, wasn't it?
That's when they got in trouble. They're like, you know, it's too early. He's like, really? We let him off every Mother's Day. No, we don't. You made that up. You made that up. But then for Memorial Day, he went to town.
Yeah.
Tia, I need more jalapeno recipes. They are, and I have zero. I don't even have a plant to call my a plant to call jalapeno because it ain't come up. You can do cowboy candy, which is
Yes.
just candied
Never
jalapenos. Mm-hmm. And then you can do pickled. You can put your jalapenos into any type jams. You can smoke your jalapenos, and if you smoke your jalapenos, they turn into chipotle. Um, what else can you do with them? Hi, Sandra Sullivan. Welcome. I have the jam and jelly maker and didn't know it would boil like that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's doing all the work. I just keep looking back at the timer. I've got 4 minutes left. When it gets about 2 minutes, I'll pull my jars out so they're all nice and hot.
Yeah,
You should equal parts sugar and juice. I don't think it's equal parts, Miss Felicia.
No, it wasn't for this recipe, but I did darn near use equal parts just by choice.
Mm-hmm. I just know that for the jam and jelly maker, the recipes are always a little bit different because it is a smaller batch, just because it will boil over if I try to do anything bigger. Sometimes, depending on what it is, I have doubled it though, but I haven't for any of the jam, for any of the peppers. But because it's a small batch, I know those measurements by heart. But if I was doing it on the stove, I would have to look it up. Yes, live canning for jalapenos. Yes. Yep. I made strawberry jelly, blackberry jam, and peaches and cream jelly. Tell me more about this peaches and cream jelly.
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely share that recipe.
I'm wondering if for the peaches and cream, if you just add in some vanilla to give it that cream taste. I don't know.
All right.
All right, I'm getting my jars ready.
Yeah. One is ready to feel. What do I do with that? Oh, I put it over here. Stir it some because it's hasn't been foaming the whole time. Now that I'm ready to feel, they want to be a little foamy. But it's not to the point I need to skim it.
I don't know if I have enough pectin for another batch. I might have to send Mimi to the store.
Well, I know it's been a minute since I can because I didn't even grab my little button. I was about to do that. And I was like, something ain't right. I need
I
my
got
button.
more. You out of practice, Gina.
I'm out of practice.
With the harvest coming in and everything, I'm sure you'll be picking up on the canning again.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I was being lazy and didn't feel like pulling out the big water bath canner.
So you're using your electric?
No, I'm using this little stock pot. It's not even a stock pot, it's just a pot.
Okay.
I don't have a funnel.
Where are you reading at?
And these get filled to 1/4 inch headspace.
All right, I needed more jars, of course. Of course. So I'm gonna put a lid on it, and after I wipe it off, and let you guys see what it looks like.
You see? Yeah. I'm gonna get this. Okay. So I have 7 4-ounce jars.
All right, guys, that's what it looks like.
Let me see. Let me make you big.
See the peppers, but they're in there.
I can see them. Can you guys see them?
I can hear fireworks. So that's my berry pepper jam.
Yeah. There we go. There's mine. And these only need to be processed for 10 minutes. And before I can start another batch, I have to let this like heating element cool completely down.
Whew, it is hot. All right. All right, y'all. So I still had quite a bit left in the pot because I didn't think I was going to end up making that many jars. Hey, Urban.
Hi, Urban.
Yep, only 10 minutes. So I went and grabbed a pint jar, and I'm just going to put the rest of it in there and stick it in the fridge after it sets. So also, guys, you can make these and you don't have to can them if you're going to use them.
Right.
Canning is just to preserve it on the shelf to use, so you can have it for later use whenever you want it. If you just want to make up a jar of jelly, you can do that.
Or you can put it in the freezer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. So usually I would have like completely cleaned out the jam and jelly maker in between the batches, but I still had some in there, probably at least for another 2 ounces. So I'm saving it. And once that heating pad cools down, I'm gonna do another batch because I got plenty of peppers.
Yeah, I think I had more than a pint left in that pot because it's like all the way at the top. I feel like when I pull the funnel out, it's going to overflow.
Oh, they heard it.
Digging.
Yeah, they heard it.
Headspace. I can, at this point, I can eyeball the quarter headspace. I can't even make that up.
Probably send Mimi to Taco Bell or something.
I
was talking to Marcus.
Oh.
He was like, "Oh, wasn't too loud, was I?" Oh, they heard them fireworks. Of course.
All right. Let's do that.
So I'm just going back in the comments, and Second Chance said, so is it firming up as it's turning? Yes, you're releasing that pectin and it's starting to set. So like if I was doing it on the stove, there's like a set test where you can like dip your spoon in, and if you put your finger down your spoon, and then how it separates. Does it stay separated? Does it drip? All that type of stuff. So yeah, that's what it's doing. You're activating all that pectin and stuff.
This is some that fell on the stove. It's already gel. So I've noticed mine firming up before I put it
Mm-hmm.
in. I mean, it wasn't completely firmed up, but it was starting to firm up.
Did you taste it?
I forgot. But I am going to taste it because I'm going to make biscuits. I'm about to make those now. The oven is already heated up. I don't know if y'all heard it beep or not, but it did.
Mint jelly. I need that for some lamb chops.
Hey, TLC. Oh, yeah. That would be delicious on lamb chops.
Kiwi jelly. See, now with the kiwi jelly, I would go and get like Juicy Juice kiwi flavor. That would be unless you have kiwis that you can squeeze or puree. I don't like the kiwi fruit, but I like the kiwi like juices and stuff. All right, I have to make something to eat real quick. The chat's making me hungry. No lie, it's always like that.
Yeah.
So Mercy's just like, well, let me know when you want to eat something. It's like when Mimi get home, we'll send her to Taco Bell or Steak and Shake. I could do some Steak and Shake, y'all. It's been a while.
All right.
Now, what does pepper jelly taste like? Gina, how would you describe pepper jelly?
Which one?
Just regular jalapeno pepper jelly.
Like jelly with just a little bit of kick. It's jalapenos. Like, to me, they're just, it depends on your heat tolerance to me. Jalapeno, whenever I make pepper jellies, I don't just do jalapeno. I don't even think the one I call no, I did only do jalapeno with the watermelon one. But typically I'll do a mix of hot peppers, serrano, habanero, jalapeno.
That's what I do now.
The sweetness of the jelly cuts the heat. So it's like it's almost like the best of both worlds. Trust me, people who because the festive jam has hot peppers in it. Did you put hot peppers in yours?
I put jalapenos, yeah.
Yeah. See, I usually put jalapeno in mine too.
Mm-hmm.
So
when I first started doing it, like my very first recipe on the jam and jelly maker, I did like just that plain hot jalapeno. And that was okay. And then I did the jalapeno and pineapple, and that was more okay. But then I did the festive pepper. And like you said, that's beautiful. Look at how it's set. And it's all in there looking festive.
It is. You see it better in that jar than that little jar. That's why I picked it up. I was noticing it.
I always tell people I feel like the festive one that I'm making is kind of like a sweet and sour.
And you can use it like that. I've had it on meatballs. I've had it on chicken wings.
I've had it dip my egg rolls in it. I've glazed it over my salmon.
I haven't had it on salmon. I would do that. I haven't had it that way. But yes, It is good. And I did the watermelon one the same way. I did that one on chicken. I did that one on
Mhm.
meatballs. It's like a sweet heat.
Yeah, it really is. It's good. Yep.
And when I took it to the event that I took it to, a lot of the people there was like, "Oh, I don't like hot stuff." And when I tell you they love that festive jam because it's not hot, you'll get the little back of the kick, but it's not
Right.
like you're not even gonna do like this. It's not gonna be. It's not bad at all. It's a good
Hmm.
base for barbecue sauce, is it?
Yes.
I need to make barbecue sauce. I still haven't done that. I still haven't.
Hey, Martika.
I want to try my Hey Martika. I want to try my hand at ketchup too. Martika, you haven't texted me in a while, but I guess I'm just as bad because I haven't texted you. I will text you to see how you're doing, sis.
I don't have
I
the
just do it,
patience for
girl.
ketchup. I just,
So is it a lot to it? I don't know. I just wanted to try my
I
hand
just
at
know
it.
you have to let it, or maybe I'm thinking tomato paste. I think I'm thinking tomato paste. You have to let it cook down.
I think you are thinking both because I think
And
ketchup
that's
you
like
have to
even
let
when
cook
I do
down.
my tomato sauce, I usually maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, but I don't, I don't have patience.
I think you do have to let I think you do have to let it cook down because I saw Acre Homestead make some.
Maybe if it was over, like an overnight thing,
Hmm.
I would do that. But
It makes sense that what Miss Felicia said, it making a good base for barbecue sauce because I everything I used it for, you can use barbecue sauce for.
mm-hmm,
Not everything, but some of the things.
mm-hmm.
Erica, if you want to, just call me. I'll walk you through it. It's easy. Listen,
Go
Alex can make.
live, Erica.
Hmm.
I said go live, Erica.
If you have time tomorrow, and during the day, yep, definitely.
I think I got 4 minutes left. I'm gonna go grab a towel so I can sit the stuff down over here.
Yep. And if you go live, I'll come and help you through it. It is so easy. It's about to be done in a few minutes. So easy. And this one here, it'll just set. I'm only leaving it on the counter for now because it's hot. And then after tomorrow, I'll put it in the fridge. But the water bath stuff is so easy. So like the pasta sauce, salsa. Oh, I can't wait to make more salsa. I made we did salsa twice. Now Tia's done it more than since then,
And
but
I'm out.
we did it twice last season, and I made a bunch. And I went. I am really the only one who really eats it in my house, and I was going through it. It was so good. The one I'm water bathing or my other canners. You know, I got several. My two other canners are the what is that?
The Presto pressure
Presto. I
canner.
have both of the Presto canners, the small and big one. And then that is the water bath. That's a steam canner. Liddy B got me that from
Oh yeah,
Christmas. I think she got it for me for
it
Christmas.
was for Christmas.
Yes. And this is Fruit Saver is the brand. Fruit Saver. She said she got tired of me taking so long for my pressure scanners to come to pressure. So she got me a steam canner. You could do any flavor you want, Erica, and that's being serious. Literally. If you like the flavor,
Except for beets.
don't nobody like beets.
I'm just
Liddy
saying,
ain't
you
here.
said any.
Lydia ain't here. She thinks she can make beet jelly. But yes, any of the flavors, and just as long as it's 100% juice, whatever you buy, 100% juice. So juicy juice is a good way to go because it's 100%.
100% juice and no sugar added. Because you're going to add sugar to it.
And y'all, I didn't even add all the sugar it called for. It said 5 cups in the recipe. So the book I'm using, y'all know Tia is our guide to canning. But this is the book that I got. She also has this book plus 20 others. But this is my book, my one book that I have. And in here it called for 5 cups of sugar. I did 3. And it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I can tell you, I've done the 5 cups. The festive jam, I think, usually asks for 5. How many did you do, Tia? Well, you did a different measurement. Your
I did
measurement.
3, but I'm using the
That's why I just thought about that. You're using that maker. So I think when I did it, because I do it on the stove, it did call for like 5 cups of sugar, and it does not make it overly sweet. You won't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm just eating sugar. You won't. And then don't get caught up on the number of cups of sugar because
do not.
This 5 cups of sugar. When I made my first jam, which was the festive jam, I think I had 8 to 10. I can't remember the exact number of half pints. And when you think about it like that, and you think about it on the point that you're probably only going to eat a tablespoon or so when you sit down to have it, like if you have biscuits or toast, you're not going to use that much of it. It's not that bad. That book is it's the Ball Book Guide to Preserving. I'll put it there so if you want to screenshot it. They sell this at Wally World, I know for sure.
In your candy house.
Yep, in there where their jar you can find the canning supplies, the jars and stuff. I still see it to this day, so I know they still have it.
Mm-hmm.
They may also have it at places like Target and stuff, but I've just never looked at. I buy my jars at Target a lot of times because I find them pretty. To me, they're reasonable there. But I never look for the books there. And at Walmart, it literally is right there when you go on that aisle. You do, Miss Cheryl. That's the only one I have. But Tia has a lot. There's a lot of canon books.
I was about to say I only got 3, but I don't.
I don't know, Urban, but Lydia is determined that she will find her a recipe to make beet jelly.
I told Lydia she can absolutely make her beet jam or jelly, but she cannot can it.
It did say Blue Book at the very top.
Mhm.
Urban Ball's Blue Book Guide to Preserving.
Because beets are a vegetable, and you would need to add some type of acid to it. So then it would kind of be like pickling, like how the peppers are vegetables, but we're adding acid to them.
I feel like you need to add those to the trash can.
I told her she could refrigerate it or freeze it.
Oh yeah,
I can't co-sign on her canning it.
Yeah, she doesn't need to can it anyway because she would want to eat it then. That makes sense.
Don't nobody want no beet jam.
Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what it says, Urban. Yep. And like I said, I see it in. I go to. I don't. I'm not even act like I be in Wally World like that, but every time I go, usually I'm going for canning supplies because I don't really fool with Walmart like that. But I always see this book, and you can get it on Amazon. They have them too. I think I was just like a couple minutes behind you, Tia. Since I'm not canning this one, I just want to see if it's setting some. Yep, it's starting to set.
Nice.
So by tomorrow, that one will probably fully be set. And I'll just put it in the fridge. I could use it for anything. Chicken,
Mm-hmm.
egg rolls. I'm gonna try that on salmon. I never thought about that. Like a glaze.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Does the
Does-
steamer work like the water bath?
Mhm. Yes. Don't you have a steam one too?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
I do not.
but yes, it does. However, you don't use as much water, Sandra. So it has a fill line at the bottom of it. I don't know if you saw when I pulled the top off, but the like most of that is the lid. So the bottom it has a fill line that you fill water in there, and on the top it has a gauge, so you can see that you're coming to your um, stuff is at pressure for this for it to preserve it at the heat at the I should say pressure at temperature for it to preserve it.
What's the
Hello.
capacity?
I think it's the same as the regular canners. So if I think it's seven.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, 10.
Seven,
Is it
seven
10
quarts.
pints? 7 quarts, 10 pints.
7 quarts. Yep.
It's the same.
Okay.
Now, right now, I don't even have a pint in there. All those are the little ones, and then I have one half pint. And I like this better for canning my smaller jars because I promise you, on my other canner, now I have one of those racks that I can pull up and all that. That makes it easier. But before that, I had this piece that's like where did I put that at? It's like silicone that you put at the bottom, and my
Mm-hmm.
jars would always be floppy a little bit sometimes, and that would drive me nuts. Hey, Tara.
Hi, Tara. This thing, Gina. This.
Yes,
Yes. Get
yes.
on the nerves.
It does. Like with the little jars, it's always like so fickle. Like the bigger jars are better because they're heavier with whatever you fill it with. But the small jars, because they're a little lighter, I have to like kind of sit them up just right so they're not moving. But somebody gave me, I think it was my coworker, she brought in a bunch of canning stuff. She gave me a rack. And I was like, because they know I can. I don't know where she got it from, maybe her mother in law or someone, but she gave it to me.
Okay.
And she had another one of these, the little grabby things and whatnot. All right. So, like, I'm going to take that lid off.
So I am about to start another batch.
Ooh. Yeah, I can feel that steam though. So you have more pectin?
Yes, I found another jar.
All right. Yeah, see the biscuits already? The jams, just I pushed it off of the heat So I'll give it a few minutes before I take them out. Uh-oh, I missed some. What Tara say? What she get? That was a great deal. I thrifted a huge. Wow, she got a water bath can at a thrift store with a rack inside for
Right.
$7. Tara,
Dang.
Tara, I don't even think you know how great that is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
girl. Up until recent, my first couple years, I just had a stock pot to water bath can. I used my stock pot that I would cook with, like when I would make greens or something like that. And I would use that at first. And then when I decided I wanted to try my hand at pressure canning, I ordered a pressure canner that sat in a box for like 3 months until I hooked up with Tia. Our first time canning, I literally was taking it out of the box.
Don't do that, y'all.
She was like, I didn't know you hadn't taken it out the box yet. I wish I would have known that. I was like, I haven't. I was literally ripping the box open before we got on live. She's like, girl, I would have had you can water or something just to test it out.
What's the test? What if you was missing something?
I didn't know. Like many people who get a can, or most people do not jump right into canning unless your name is Cheryl Faulkner. Because Miss Cheryl did not play. She jumped right into it. I not only was it still in the box, it was still sitting by my front door from my husband bringing it in the house from the porch
I cannot.
because he didn't know what was in the box because it was a box inside of a box. I knew what it was, and I was just like, I'll just look at it being a box inside of. I knew it was in the box, so yeah, horrible. I am. Yes, Miss Sandra. I use a stock pot. Well, I still will. If I just want to do a quick like canning, like it's.
Hey, my
But
Renaissance grandma.
did you come in? I missed it. Hey, my Renaissance grandma.
Hey,
Oh,
Mike.
that's
Welcome back.
because I went backwards. I was so shocked and excited at the same time. A woman who was experienced in canning looked it over with me. Okay, awesome. Pepper jelly is a good one to start with, Mike. Ah, now I got to Miss Vanessa. I'm like, I didn't see her come in. I had scrolled back to see what deal Tara had got. I jumped right in with 20 pounds. That's the same thing Miss Cheryl did, TLC. She started with chicken. My first canning was salsa. And this was like some years, a couple years, about it was a couple years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
Same for me. I
I did
think
so.
if I would have started with chicken, I would not have canned again because I didn't can chicken until last year. That was the first time I ever canned only chicken, and I was like, "This is a mess."
It was work. I know what you're talking about because chopping up all that chicken. Me and Tia both was like, girl, the prep work for canning it was a lot.
And it's
And
chicken. So now
yeah,
you're like, well, did I touch this? Oh, I got disinfected. Wait a minute. Did like constantly just
yeah.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
If you can pressure your water bath ain't nothing.
Yeah. Yep. You're so
It ain't
right.
nothing. Because your pressure stuff takes at least an hour. This stuff
Okay.
don't be taking that long. The
10 minutes.
yeah, even your salsas and stuff.
Gina,
Pasta sauce. I don't even want to. I saw you eating that, and I was like, "What is
bomb,
that?" Now I know, and I don't want to hear about it.
bomb.
Y'all, Tia's wrong. Did y'all hear that pop? And that
I
ain't even.
did.
That's the one that I had. I'm putting in the fridge. That's the one that popped. It done sealed, y'all. It ain't
Would
been
my
in no.
bone that broth be easy to can in water bath? Mike, you cannot water bath can meat products. They have to be pressure can. I'll be right back. I gotta add my sugar.
But listen, Mike, can it up, because actually, the thing about some broths, the broth that we've done, the vegetable broth, I know people be like, veggie broth. When I tell you that broth is so flavorful, I don't want any other kind of broth ever again. It's so good. And you don't have to deal with the foaming like you do with some of the other broths. Yes, broth. You do have to pressure. The difference, Mike, is that the things that can be water bath they have some type of acidity. So your acid foods can typically be water bath. Hey, Miss Shirley.
Hi, Miss Shirley.
Me and Mike can do a canning. You sure can? You
Okay,
sure
so yes, correct. High acidic foods can be water bath canned, and low acidic foods have to be pressure canned. Most of your low acidic foods are going to be vegetables and meats. With pickles, we can pickle a lot of vegetables, but we're adding that acid from the with the vinegar. So with meats, even meat products, even though you're not canning the chunks of meat, it has to be water bath canned. Or I'm sorry, it has to be pressure canned. I have canned beef broth. I have canned chicken broth, and I said I will never do it again because with canning that, you need to let it cool completely so you can skim all that fat off. And it just took so much time to let it cool completely, to bring it back up to temperature, then to turn around and pressure can it, when I can get twice as much done with the vegetable broth. And it's delicious. And if you want your chicken or beef, I add bouillon or something like that. The steam can count as pressure? No, sir. Only pressure canning counts as pressure canning.
Yeah, the steam is just like water bath. Tara was asking about your appliance, Tia, that you're using.
That is the Ball Jam and Jelly Maker. And I can eat a popsicle or an ice cream bar while it's doing the work for me.
Yep.
Sadness. I know, Mike, I can't tell you the things that I have tried to can. And that's why I really got into learning like the science behind it. That way I can make an informed decision on my own. And y'all know I'm a master, right? But I think I did like vegetable soup once, and it had cabbage in it. And the amount of cabbage I was doing couldn't be pressure canned. I did what else did I do? I called myself just canning like garlic with no recipe, just doing stuff. I tried to do like broccoli cheddar soup once.
Oh,
And when I took it out and it separated, I asked somebody and she was like, oh, you just need to let it heat up more. And then after I did my research, I told myself I'm never asking that person again because they don't know what they're talking about. Canned dairy. That's why it's separated. But I mean, I've been right there. I have canned it. I've wasted the food. I have given it away and had to call people, be like, don't eat that. I'm so sorry. Do not eat that. Give it back. I didn't know what I was doing. But now I do. Yes, we have canned so much, Miss Cheryl.
If this is set enough for me to.
Your biscuits done already?
Mm-hmm. They behind me. It's still.
I don't even remember you putting them in. Hold on. Let me make you big.
Some peppers. All right, y'all. There we go. I could taste the peppers before I put it in my mouth.
Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Gina. I done hit the wrong button.
It's good. And it's not hot. Hey, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. Welcome.
Yes. That is delicious. It do have a small kick. I'm not going to lie. I do taste a little kick, but it's not hot.
Is it better than your watermelon? Your Jolly Rancher watermelon?
It is setting some, y'all, if y'all can tell. It's not all the way set, but it is a little gel. Like, it's not just coming right off the spoon.
And I feel like it takes a while, especially because the kitchen is warm because of the canning process already.
Mm-hmm. I think this is setting. Well, like I said, I saw it setting as I was drawing it up.
Mm-hmm. Second chance. Thank you. They had me out there planting trees today. I left that tree right where it was.
Yeah, I'll make some jelly. Even if you don't put peppers in it. Make some jelly. You could have did exactly what I did without putting peppers. Just the juice, some pectin, and sugar. Juice, pectin, sugar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And you don't have to can it. These jars, actually, need to get mine ready. These quilted jars can go in the freezer. And I've done that before where I've canned it and put it in the freezer. Or it's just going to go in the refrigerator. Or I'll give it away and be like, it ain't canned, so you got to eat it.
I think now that I got the top off, it's helping it gel up because it seems like it's gelling up more.
I have not eaten the jelly I made. Why, Miss Cheryl? Miss Cheryl?
Miss Cheryl, we making jelly because we can't keep it. My husband even started opening up my jellies and eating them.
Mike says, I have a bad habit of not labeling my jellies because I'm always like, I know what it is. Marcus be like, I don't know what that is, so I'm not opening.
I do that with my stuff in the freezer. I have a habit of freezing foods, thinking I'm going to be able to tell what it is. But when stuff is frozen, they all kind of start looking alike. Because, you know, I prep stuff, so I have to label it, or else I'm going to be like, is that ground beef, or is that something else? I don't know.
I'm right there with you. I'm real bad about not labeling stuff. So Mike said if you would put your jam in the freezer, or refrigerator, would it set that way? Would that be the setting process?
Oh, he's talking about with the jelly?
Yes, yes.
If I drop a spoon of jelly in the freezer. I didn't feel like I needed to rush the process because it set some enough for me to sit and eat some right now. Typically, I wouldn't eat it the night I make it. I would eat it the next day or sometime after. But the setting happens as it cools off. When I put it in the jar, it was piping hot from being in a pot and me stirring it up while it was liquefied. So it sets as it cools off. I thought I had a paper towel. Oh, I did have one. I remember now. I was cleaning off the jar. Michelle, I wouldn't say I'm really a sweet eater either. I do like sweets, but I'm not I like savory over sweet. My husband is more of the sweet eater in the house. He just brought
That's delicious.
up in here.
I'm more of a savory as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Carissa. She got several.
I have my books. Thank you. Made plum and grape last year, and they both good. Plum and grape. That's why I want a plum tree.
Yeah. TLC, that's how it be for me. I'm like, now I have to be diligent in labeling and not just assuming I'm gonna know what it is. Because sometimes I even freeze beans, like when I make, because I'm really the only one who eats them in the house. So when I make them, I freeze them, and I'm like, is that the red beans? Is that pinto beans?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When it's frozen, they all start looking the same.
It all looked the same. Michelle.
Either, Miss Cheryl.
I would not have known.
My issue, I love potatoes. I love potatoes. That's probably my starch of choice. If you told me I couldn't have bread again for the rest of my life, I'd be like, don't threaten me with a good time.
I like bread and potatoes, though. I don't know which one I like more.
You can take rice, you can take pasta, but don't you touch my potatoes. I harvested some potatoes this morning from one little section in my garden to make me some. I made me like a breakfast scramble. I had potatoes and sausage and eggs in it.
So you harvest potatoes this morning and made a breakfast scramble? Are you still editing that video?
There was no video. There was just hunger.
There was just. I thought you were gonna do a garden to table, Gina.
I need to. I need to.
And what about that cabbage from last week? What about that cabbage?
I just edited it tonight. I need to upload that.
All right.
I literally just edited it tonight. I need to do it when I'm focused though, because what I did last time when I did the garden tour, that video did nice, decent traction for me on YouTube. It was not, I did not have my monetization on. And that video has gotten 200 and some views. I just turned on the monetization yesterday.
Gina.
So I need to do it. That's because I'll just be like, oh, let me upload. And then I don't think about it. Listen, Miss Felicia, that was me this morning. I was like, what it was is one of the plants just looked really small. Like all my potato plants are really tall. This one was not very big. So I was like, maybe it just really ain't doing that well. So let me see if it's even anything in there. And it had some potatoes in there. They weren't huge, but they were a nice size. So I brought them in here, cleaned them up, chopped them up, cooked them up, ate them up.
Ate them up.
They were good. Which video? Oh, thank you, Urban. I was gonna say which video. I don't even. When I forget, I just be like, I just chalk it up to the game because it be me. It ain't nobody's fault but my own. But I did do a harvest of my cabbage and some collards and stuff. I cooked them up. I actually had some tonight with my dinner. It is so good.
Miss Felicia said sometimes you just have to harvest and eat. No time for a video.
Yes. And they do, Carissa. And I'm actually growing both. I'm not a big sweet potato eater, but I know that they could be good for you. So I am growing them. I will eat some. I won't eat them like it's traditionally made in most families with the I don't like, that's why I'm not big on sweet potatoes, because I don't baked beans, sweet potatoes. I don't like all that sugary. It's not for me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
That's not my thing. That's really one of the only beans I don't like. The other one, most people don't even call beans. Black eyed peas. I don't care for those either. But black beans, pinto beans, red beans, navy beans, pretty much all of them. Bring them here. Pintos, I think pintos are what they make baked beans with, but I don't like them sweet. So that's the thing. I like pinto beans though. Garden to table, yes. This week I cut back on all the herbs on my herb wall and dehydrated them. Nice. Took all week because some take out. Listen, Tara, I am dehydrating garlic as we speak. As we speak. That garlic has been dehydrating since 9 o'clock this morning. Nobody told me it was going to take this.
It might be done 9 o'clock tomorrow. It might.
We're going to see. I ain't worried about it. Because all I'm going to do is blend it up and make my powder.
Mm-hmm.
So far, for my garden, I've done celery powder. I didn't add salt to it. I know how people do celery salt. I don't want salt added to it. I just did celery. I have my peppers that I dehydrated and crushed. I like crushed peppers. I usually buy, I think I still have a big from the last time I bought some. I'm the only one in the house who really eats it. I'm the only one in the house who eats it. So I still have a big container. I think this is Sam. No, that's Costco. Big container of crushed pepper. But now I have my own, so I typically use that one instead. And mine has Scotch bonnet, habanero, jalapeno, and serrano in it. I like it better. That's my celery that I dehydrated and blended. And now I will have some garlic. I did onion last year, but y'all, listen, I didn't do onions. I did the onion tops. If you have never dehydrated onion tops, y'all hear that pop? That's my jar setting. Um, and made your powder from the onion tops, the green part. Anybody who knows me knows I don't like onion. But child, when I tell you I almost scraped the jar to get the now that I do like, it's not the flavor of onion I don't like, it's the texture. So I can do flavor the powder and stuff. Oh my gosh, so good. Or you gonna love it. I like it better than just the bulb, the actual onion. It was so good. I was putting it in everything. Everything. I just had one of those the same size jars I had the crushed pepper in, the half pint. I had a half pint of that, but so good. You know what? I wish I would have did that with my garlic leaves. But what happened was this was my first year doing garlic, growing it, period. So I was following what people had online on how you have to cure it. So you have to let it dry out, and I didn't think it was okay to cut the stems off if I was doing that. I don't know. So I didn't. I didn't do it. I need to buy another dehydrator. Yeah. I know it's probably a matter of time before I run this one out. Cause listen, putting onion top on my list for yes, it's so good. TLC, I kid you not. So that's all I've done so far. I've done the onion tops, the celery. I'm growing celery again this year. Um, I'm doing a lot of hot peppers again this year. I will dehydrate and I don't want to say chop up, but blend up some of those to make crushed red peppers. I mean crushed pepper flakes, not crushed red pepper. Um, and what else did I say I've done? Oh, I've done parsley and stevia. And I haven't done my mint as a blend, but I do freeze my mint leaves. And when I want the mint, I'll go in the freezer, pull one out, put it in my tea or whatever, and I dehydrate it lemons because I didn't know that was a thing. And I heard Fifi talk about that when she got lemons from Juicing with Jay. And then Tia was like, oh, yeah, I dehydrate lemons and oranges and limes.
I sure
Nobody
do.
Nobody told me. So now I have. So, and literally, you put this in your tea and it rehydrates. And you get good lemony flavor. And you can dehydrate them and make your own lemon powder. I didn't do that though. I wanted
That's
lemon.
something I haven't done yet.
I didn't either. I wanted the slices because I wanted it for my tea.
My uncle just the other day gave me a bag of oranges. And I was like, yep, I'm gonna dehydrate those.
Mhm.
Look what I got at Costco today, y'all.
TLC, I have a hard time germinating celery. This year it didn't give me a hard time, but typically I do. Drop it. Drop it and see what happens. What you get? Honey citron and ginger tea. Really?
But look at it.
I was about to say that don't look like
It
tea.
says just add to hot or cold water.
Oh, it's like a
Now it says,
concentrate.
yeah, it says refrigerate after opening. So I said, do not open this. We are going to keep it until the winter time when we start, getting congested and stuff.
No.
Sliced citron, ginger extract, and Sunday honey, citric acid, and purified water.
Nice. I don't like that they use purified, but okay. That's just me. I'm picky. I like spring water.
Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of this to hot or cold water and stir well. Sit back and relax and enjoy.
Nice.
I would,
TLC, I bet it is good in kombucha. I have not put my lemon in kombucha. And you don't have to put it in hot drinks. You could put it in anything, Tara, just in case you were wondering. I just put it in my tea. There was another
I've
jar.
used lemon slices like if I'm baking chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Put them right on that, or like salmon, or if we're doing the foil packets, I put it right on there. It's gonna rehydrate.
There go another jar. They just pop in the background. You can do almost the same thing, putting the stuff in raw honey and refrigerating. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. It's all a learning thing. Like typically sometimes what I do is when I get something and I after I use it, I'm like, I could
I
probably
can
do
do
that
that.
myself.
Yep.
But after the fact, it's usually
Because I was
after you
looking at this jar, like, yep, once it's empty, I can just fill it right back up with my
Mhm.
own. You were
My
so
daughter said
right.
I get on
And
her
put it in
nerves.
the refrigerator. Add a couple tablespoons to some
Mhm.
hot water.
Mhm. Every time I go to the store now, with Destiny, she'd be like, "You get on my nerves. Everything we see, you be like, nah, I'm not gonna get that. I can make it myself."
Sure
I'm
do.
like, I can. I can. And guess what? I could do it without the preservatives. How about that?
All right, so it's boiling 53. I'm not gonna keep y'all up with me all night though.
I keep a jar of honey with lemons, ginger, cinnamon sticks, cloves. Usually make one when I make my elderberry syrup. Nice.
And do you have a video on that TLC?
No, you need to do one.
You do, because
Don't make me stop harassing you, girl. When
that's another thing I said I was gonna do this year. I was really gonna hone in on my tinctures. I have made tinctures, and I've never. I feel like the videos that I've seen, they've said how to make them, and then you don't see like how to use them.
yeah,
And I said this year I'm getting it. I got big
that's
plans
good to
this year.
do. Yeah. Because I only channels I know who kind of even, I mean, of course I know like Khadijah and stuff, but I mean other channels like more in the gardening community. Um I think Fifi touches on them a little bit, talks about them. I know she does the tinctures. And somebody else, you go row, I want to say may talk about it a little bit because she does a
Mm-hmm.
lot of like medicinal type
Mm-hmm.
stuff. She might.
But you also know me.
So
I
we
need
definitely should do some of that content because, like you said, knowing how to what to
how to
when
use it,
how
when to use it.
Mhm.
That's it. And then I need to write something down because this memory doesn't hold it all. So I have to have a tincture journal.
Sandra, do you do content? Are you a content creator on YouTube? I only ask because everybody who's in here doesn't necessarily do
Like, does
content,
it
so
do?
I just want to know. Yeah, they touch on it. They
She
touch on
said
it. I
no.
just no. Okay. Because I was gonna say I was just about to go try to find uh so I could follow the content. But yes, um, definitely. Especially because a lot of us now are getting more into growing
Mm-hmm.
things that are good for us, um, that we can use as natural medicines.
Mm-hmm.
I know
That's
you
right.
can
Miss
cook.
Cheryl did start doing content. So it's super easy, Miss Sandra.
Yes, I my as with the fact that it hasn't gotten really hot here yet, my moringa is doing well. My sorrel is doing well. I'm actually already getting pods on my sorrel. I don't know if that's what they're called, but that's what I call them.
That's what they call today.
Listen, but yes, on one of them, on one of my plant that's in the front of my house, the other two that's in the back, they were. I don't think that is that. They were always slower growing than the one I put in the front. The only reason why the one is in the front is because I had to get it out the house. It was just getting too big. The
Yeah.
other two were able to stay in the house until it was time to be able to take it outside. So, yeah. But the one in the front already has little flowers, pods, whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm excited about that. And I have comfrey now. G Mama sent me some comfrey and it survived and it's growing in the two places I put it in. So once it gets a nice size to them, I will split them up more and have them in more places of the garden.
And you have those in containers or in your soil?
One is in my natural soil. One is in one of the raised beds.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have one because I'm growing corn again in my natural soil, so I have the comfrey over there. And then
After my plum trees next year, I'm not putting nothing else in my natural soil. No, ma'am.
yeah, it grows better. And I know the work of it. You ain't got to tell me why, because I know. Because it's like breaking up concrete. It's a lot. Did it get hot or did it die?
It probably got hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's plugged up, so it shouldn't have died. Yep.
I don't know anyone offhand who has mullein. Mullein is so good for tea. And tea.
I have
Cheryl says she's doing mullein.
I have dehydrated mullein that I got from like the health food stores, but I haven't tried growing it. Yeah, this phone is hot. I'm gonna turn it off.
Yeah. I knew with it being close to the stove like that, it was one or two. It was either hot or it was dead.
And I've been telling you a couple of times it's been overheating, so.
Mm-hmm. Mona has mullein. Yeah, I every year I'm gonna try to add more and more to the garden. Oh, they probably have it to do you follow our Georgia Suburban Homestead, Sandra? They may, because I think they sell like seeds and crop, different stuff like that. Her and her husband. They up until recently, I didn't even know they garden with more than hot peppers. They have the hottest peppers. They grow exotic, like peppers that most people haven't even heard of.
Mm-hmm.
But they share where they get it from because I asked her about a year ago and she gave me the website that she goes to get their pepper seeds. But then I was like, do I really want to get that crazy in the peppers?
No, you don't. You're not even excited about that death spiral.
I am excited. But see if it don't grow. Now, the one I really want is the peach. I want the peach.
Peach rush?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that was really hot though.
It's see, Brooke said it was really hot. But when I looked up the Scoville, I was like, it ain't even, I don't think it's as hot as a habanero, but I still want it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm growing the ghost pepper. So that makes up for if I don't get the death spiral.
I'm growing a Carolina Reaper, but that's just because it was given to me.
Tried to find the Carolina Reaper.
Do you have Lowe's?
I do. My Lowe's didn't have it.
Because I was just there Friday. Yeah, yesterday. And they had the Carolina Reaper.
Mine didn't have it. But my
Broke doesn't do hot at all.
That's why he thinks it's so hot. I was researching the watermelon jelly when I caught one of Tia's videos. Awesome.
Thank
Yes.
you.
There is, that's probably I don't know if it was in the title though, but we did jellies.
On one of the lives.
Was yours peach habanero? And I did a watermelon jalapeno, and I literally used watermelon. I grew some sugar babies, I used sugar baby, but I grew sugar baby, crimson sweet, and yellow watermelon. Last season, I used a sugar baby, one full sugar baby. I de-seeded and gutted her and blended it to a juice, and that's what I used to make the jelly, and it was delicious.
Look, you done woke Mike up talking about them peppers.
Listen. Mike, is that purple pepper? Is it just called a purple hot pepper? Do you know which one I'm talking about? The ones I think you saw when I was talking about I was going to grow them. Where did I was going to say, did I move them? This is what it looks like. I was growing, these are a dwarf plant that I was growing in a hydroponic, but I took it out the hydroponic and put it in the garden. I think that's what they're called, just a hot purple or purple hot. I think. I would have to look. No, I don't think that was in. Now you're gonna make me go.
Is it called a tie? Is it a tie? That sounds familiar?
No, it's not tie.
Okay.
No, it's not.
I think I got purple ties.
I'm about to go look because my laptop is starting to get low and I need to go put it on the charger. So we're going to the office, guys.
The lab.
And I have more pods in the lab for my hydroponic. Yeah, I'm trying to carry a chair and the laptop without knocking all kinds of stuff over. Hopefully y'all don't get dizzy. Because yes, I'm spinning around in circles. Okay.
Hey. Get my next batch ready to go.
Don't look at all my chaos. Go around the desk to get my plug.
Miss Cheryl says she got green tie. I don't know what that word is, Mike.
Hold on, I'm about to tell you. I thought it was just
no hot for me, all sweet. Patrick likes the sweet. I can do them both. I like the sweet and the hot.
I like them both. Because I love bell peppers.
Oh, that's the purple cayenne. That's what Mike says.
It says purple super hot on the thing now.
Purple super hot?
Mm-hmm.
But you said it wasn't super hot. It was purple kind of hot.
It was to me. It might not have been fully ready.
Could be.
That's all it says too. It don't say nothing else, Mike. Did you see that? If it focuses, there we go. That's all it says. That's what that one was. Purple super hot. And I put that in my jelly. Yeah, AeroGardens. I don't have an AeroGarden. I just have these because Martika, she got me these for I I got some. She got me the peppers for my birthday, which yeah, I was so hyped, so hyped because I love hot peppers. And then the other one was red fire, which I have. It has not put off any peppers. It's still in the hydroponic. It's called a red fire pepper. So
So
I'm
I
wondering.
need advice on this neem oil.
Mm-hmm.
I know Lydia said spray it at night because it can burn. But can I just put it on
It
anything?
doesn't. Yeah.
I heard what I heard was spray it at night because it can burn your leaves. Now I don't know if that's exactly what she said, but that's what I heard.
It's partly. He does, Miss Felicia. Um, Basically, you spray it at night because during the day when the sun's out, it will burn on the anything will. If you water your plants during the day when the sun's out, it'll burn your leaves.
Yeah.
So it's safer to do it at night. That way, by the time the sun rises, you're good to go. Yeah. Urban says she uses it on everything, but
Okay.
yeah, you can use it on anything.
Okay. Because when I was out there looking today, I was seeing some other stuff. And I was like, well, can I use this on everything? Because I had specifically got it because I've got squash beetles, the little yellow and black things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to kill my bees because not all of my squash and cucumbers are germinated yet. Not germinated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean. The flowers, pollinated, the things.
I've even used it on my trees. Mm-hmm.
And you just spray the base of the tree?
I just spray all up the tree.
Okay. And what
Because
does it
I
do?
didn't know that was a thing. Like you should spray your trees because beetles and stuff attract to our trees too. The fruit trees.
Don't spray blossoms. Okay. But what is neem oil? What does it do? Because when I was out there, I'm thinking oil. So it's greasy and the bugs try to crawl on it and they slide down.
No, that's not. I think they eat it and then they go back to their wherever and they die.
Okay.
Can kill.
As long as I don't get it on the blossoms, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. But no, it doesn't make them slide off of the plants.
You know how my imagination be working, Gina.
It's not even that more watery than oily, but when you spray it, the way it looks on the plants. You have to mix it with something. Why? They don't like the smell.
They don't like
Neem oil from neem tree that can't stand it and the smell. Really, I didn't know that. But why do you need? Oh, if you don't get it, if you get the concentrated version, is that what you mean, Miss Felicia? Because you can get it both ways. I don't think it stinks. If listen, I use 511 in my garden. Don't nothing smell worse than that.
I use neem oil with water and gentle dish soap. So I saw two different kinds. One was just like in a container and one was a spray bottle. I got the spray bottle kind.
I have both.
Okay.
But I haven't used the one that you have to mix. I've only used the spray bottle so far. But I also use DE. No, BT.
BT. I have not used that.
I have DE, but then I realized that DE can hurt my beneficials, so I don't use that one anymore. If I'm wrong about that, let me know, guys. But I think I saw that the DE can, like your worms and stuff, can be affected by that. But BT doesn't do that. Yeah, Super Juice does. I've made some before. I don't make it anymore though. Yeah. I have DE2. I use one. You need to mix. Super Juice makes 511 smell like roses. The gardens do love it. They do love it. I'm killing everything. D kills all bugs. That's what I thought. That's why I stopped using it. So I only use in containers with squashes. Yeah, squash bugs deserve it. They do. I my way of tackling, because I did get hit by the squash bug last season. Tackling that is succession planting. So I'm hoping that if it does attack my squash plants, because I have one, two, three, 4, 5 squash plants. Do they attack eggplants too? I don't know. I have 2 eggplants on top of those 5 I just said. And then they did get my cucumber last year, as well as my squash. And I have maybe 10, I don't know, 8 or 10 cucumber plants. So I'm hoping that, like, if they attack the ones that are fruiting and all that, which none of mine are yet, that I'll have another plant coming up behind it that I can still harvest from. Last year, by the time it got to my squash, well, actually, it got to my zucchini, because I know people don't always call zucchini squash. It got to my zucchini plants. I had harvested quite a bit by the time it got to it, so I wasn't that upset. But it is gross what it does to that plant. It just darn near rots it. It was gross when I was pulling that plant out. Ugh.
Thanks, Gina, for the visual.
Sorry. Sorry. I have garlic. Well, no, I harvested my garlic, but I have onions everywhere. And my onions this year are huge. I have like probably almost 10 onions that I need to harvest, but they haven't fallen over yet. So I guess they still growing, but they are freaking huge. I had to use DE on lilies, the beetles eating up the plant. Tell you, I had saw a beetle in my. I didn't see. I saw a beetle in my bed that I planted my sweet potatoes in on the side of the house before I planted my sweet potatoes in there. And I know I get beetles. And I tried to treat my yard all last spring, I mean summer, well in the fall. I did it again in the spring with milky spores, and I still saw them. And the reason I don't like seeing them is because I had grubs in my potato bed last year, and I do not like it. I don't like bugs, and I did not appreciate that bug. If of all bugs, like, so when I see the birds in my garden, I'm like, y'all eat away. You get in my food, eat it. Y'all can have all the bugs. Have them. Have your way. It's just annoying. What is their purpose? I hate bugs. And they do make gardening hard. They do, guys. Look, my hair is just everywhere.
All right, this is it right here.
I don't even know why I'm trying to mess with it because I ain't done nothing to it all day.
Hey, you about to go to bed?
I am. And I forgot Auntie Ellen sent me some stuff. She sent me seeds for comfrey.
She did.
She sent me seed for borage. And she sent me seeds for some yarrow. So I need to look these things up because I don't know a whole lot about yarrow and borage. Um, she put like 50 yarrow seeds in here. So I don't know if I should wait because maybe it's a little too late for me to drop seeds for these things.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all be letting me know. Speak up or forever hold your peace. But she heard me mention I wanted comfrey, and she sent me other stuff, and I don't have neither of these things. So I do have comfrey, but I don't have yarrow and borage.
That was nice of her.
I know, and she didn't even tell me. It just showed up. It just showed up. These are not brushing. Blocking 14 comfrey seeds. But I found, I don't know what that means. Yeah. Wow. Uh-oh.
He used DE on lilies, the beetles eating up the plant, and I use on spider mites.
I have not noticed ever having a spider mite issue. Knock on everything that I don't ever have one.
I don't think I've ever had a spider mite issue. I don't know what a spider mite is. I don't want to know what it is.
Now. Oh. I did. My daughter responded to me yesterday, and I didn't even know it. I thought she was having she's having a moment. It's not with me. She's having a moment in life, and I thought she was just being all silent because of it. But she responded, and my phone never told me she responded to my message.
Your phone never told you?
Mm-mm. I don't appreciate. I never got a notification that she had responded.
But did you,
Hmm.
I said, but did you?
Did I what?
But did you get a notification?
No. From Des? Are you? What you talking about?
I just said it should have notified you, right?
Yeah. This was yesterday.
Was it during your live?
Mm-mm. I text her at 2 something. She texted me back at 3 something. I didn't know until just now because she sent something. She sent me something about an hour ago. And when I opened up our thread, I saw that she responded. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that.
The Russian blocking 14 doesn't grow from seed.
Ah, I didn't know that. I didn't even know what it was to know what we were talking about. But she said she found some online, so she must have found the actual plant to grow that she's going to try to grow it herself.
Thank you, Sandra. Have a nice night.
Yes. Yes, this is the part where we just kind of hang.
We hang.
Up her.
I'm not doing nothing.
Batch. Huh?
I said I'm not doing nothing.
Well, don't you still got some in the thing, don't you?
In the thing, I got. If it started at 11:09, I got till 11:19.
Yeah. So we just hang in, but thank you.
Thank you.
I got a lot of notifications, and after my phone goes off, so much I ignore. No, I don't ignore. I would not have ignored that. No, I literally thought, now where was I at that time? I had left work, but I was trying to think because sometimes I get somewhere where my signal is not good. But yeah. It's not a bad thing. I was just asking her a question, but I thought she didn't answer me, and I was like, oh, like that now, because she don't never not answer me. Clearly, she did answer me. I'll tell her about it later. She's at work right now, so I'll probably call her when I get done with this. Like, I thought you didn't answer me yesterday.
Nice second chance. Thank you for stopping
Good
by. We've missed you.
Yes. Yeah. She been back though.
Mm-hmm.
I've been catching you in these YouTube streets fairly
She's commented on a couple of mine. I just forgot.
Mm-hmm. I think we've been away for a little bit.
We have.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
What, Miss
Felicia? I don't believe it.
Najita is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Look, okay. What's funny is yesterday, I feel like every time I take just one night off from being live, I was only off from being live 1 week. 1 week, y'all. And I went live. I just didn't go live on my day. I took live. And no cats did not want to get out of Ray was like, we ain't doing nothing. It's a Friday night. I was like, okay.
He did. He was like, we ain't got to work tomorrow. They was just like, and then
it was a good live.
Everybody's like, bye, bye. Gina was like, click. This shit really.
What I did is I had already pushed the button while I was saying bye.
I know, but I expected like maybe another 60 seconds or something. But I even rewound it. Like, did I just? She done hung up on everybody.
I had not eaten. I was hungry. I was tired.
I think I was the last comment at work. I have a really bad habit where I'll be like reading the email or something, and I'll laugh out loud, but my laugh is literally a ha. Uh-huh. And when you did that, when you like cut the stream, I did it in all caps. Ha!
And listen, you know how sometimes when we end the stream, we still talking a little bit in the background after it ends. No. First of all, try to eat. She was like, I'm about to go eat my food. I was like, we out. And then Zach's wife came and he was like, I just heard little Zach and my wife come in, so I'm about to go eat. I know my food here. I was like, I'm hungry. That was the first time. And I don't, Ray's been on my panel a couple times. I don't know if you've ever noticed him being on the panel before, but he usually wears a hat. I was like, sir, you should never wear a hat again.
I have to say, I didn't recognize him. I did not. I don't really know I'm just getting into like the 2A through you. Yeah. So I don't know everyone by sight, but I can usually recognize a name and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's, they face to a name. They go together. But no, I did not recognize them at all. I could not place them.
I was like, wow.
It was like, Lydia, bye.
Listen. And he doesn't come up on panels a whole lot on these YouTube streets. He does rarely, but he doesn't I don't see him a whole lot out here. But yeah, I was like, sir.
You did have a really good live last night.
It was like a mosh podge of all kinds. We were talking about video games,
food, gardening, the meetup.
Look, it was a whole catch up. Girl,
it really was.
Tell me what you've been doing.
It It really was.
Yes. I was, and I saw you in the comments talking about. I wonder if Lydia, she texted Lydia to have her come in and accidentally end the live. I saw all y'all conversation. That's why I was laughing at y'all. I told Erica when I ended the live. As soon as it ended, I said, "And you and Tia, I saw everything y'all was saying." And then she gonna send that $5 talking about I took my offering. I saw all that. I'm so sick of y'all. I don't know me.
She cracks me up.
They don't know me, TLC. They think they do. They don't know me.
I think I'm gonna go out tonight. That hole is literally still in the yard, and I'm not touching it. At first I was planning on doing some tonight while it was cooler, but I'm not. But I am gonna go out there when I let Kodak outside. I'm gonna spray that neem oil.
Oh, did you see my rabbit? People seem to like that video.
I saw your rabbit.
Oh, that's
and right, then Lydia gonna send me on Instagram a video of a grilled rabbit.
I saw that.
I was like, don't be, no ma'am, no.
I saw that. I like George. It was funny you found that voice that you wanted, that little, "I'm tired, Grandpa."
And then I did it and I showed it to Marcus and he was like, "No, you gotta put the grandpa when I sprayed you." I was like, "Really, Marcus?" She was like, "Yes." And I had to go and redo it.
That was good though.
But I was tired, Grandpa. I was tired.
It was grilled rabbit, which I am not like opposed to eating rabbit. I don't think I've ever had it though, but I'm not opposed to eating it. To trying it, I should say. I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all, I get rabbits, little bunnies in my yard all the time. That was one of my biggest reasons why it took so long for me to even start gardening, because I kept saying, why would I garden? I see rabbits in our yard all the time. They're just going to eat up everything. And actually, contrary to what I thought, I get little penetration from the rabbits. I get a lot more penetration from the squirrels.
Squirrels.
Yep. The squirrels they're disrespectful. They're just flat out disrespectful. The rabbits probably come and eat some of the bird food, because I have a bird feeder in the front of my house for two reasons. One, I'm hoping the squirrels will eat from that too. And I want to keep the squirrels out of my backyard. So it works a little bit.
All right, so I got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, I usually start yawning.
That's not right.
The only thing is I usually hide it. So when I'm yawning, this is why they think they know me, Tia and Erica, because usually I'll do this.
Try to hide.
I do. But yesterday when I was doing this, I wasn't yawning. I was just doing that. I actually was like fully awake yesterday because the conversation was good.
I did say that. I was like, that conversation got her pumping, but she about to fall clean out.
Exactly. When we hit 9 o'clock, I was like, well, I'm losing it. Girl, we had a good time. Shut it down.
And I don't know about you, Gina. I'm not fully recuperated from vacation.
I am not.
I was late to work every day. And I didn't even work 5 days a week.
Listen, I got to the point. Okay, we was off Monday for Juneteenth. Tuesday, I had myself set, my mouth set for a cup of coffee. Got there and my creamer was gone, which is I buy creamer and I don't buy it just for me. I put it in because I have my own personal fridge in my office. I put it in the fridge that's in our break room because I share it because I don't drink coffee that much, so I don't want it to go to waste. So it was gone. No creamer. I cannot drink my coffee without the frou-frous. I'm sorry. And I don't even use it. I use the sugar free, but I like my creamer. So I didn't have coffee that day. Wednesday, I forgot I needed creamer and didn't get any. I didn't have coffee that day. Thursday, I text them. I did a group text to my boss and the other supervisors, and I said I will be late. And when I got there, I was like, I have to have coffee. So I went to the store before I went to work and got some creamer because I was like, I'm not doing it another day. I have to have some coffee because I'm like you. I have not recouped, which is probably why today I didn't do anything.
Yep. I felt like today I was dragging. Tomorrow I was hoping to just relax. And I have a cousin coming in from out of town, and my mom was like, well, can't you just set up your garage and we'll just all come over to your house? No,
Girl,
I can't.
y'all heard
Y'all
what
can come over, but I'm gonna be in my room. I'm gonna be in the bedroom, sleep. I'll make you a little pasta salad, but I can't. I have to work 5 days next week.
listen.
Yeah.
I'm with
And the
you.
thing is, when we were on vacation, I was up early.
Me too.
It wasn't like I slept in. I was up early, but
Every single morning. Me
it
too.
was.
Yep. I was literally, well, I thought I was the first person up. Me and Desi's boyfriend were the first people up every morning. We just didn't know each other was up because we
Right.
were
Right.
But he would always be like, shoot, I've been up since such and such. I'm like, oh, I woke up probably about 30 minutes after you.
Mm-hmm.
I just been sitting in the room doing XYZ
Mm-hmm.
because the baby would get up and I would think he was asleep. His Tyler, his dad, I would think he was asleep because Tristan would come into the room where I was and he'd be like, Gigi, can I get in the bed with you? I was like, come on. And so I'm thinking his parents are asleep and he just got out the room. No, they just live the best life. They on vacation. He wanted Gigi.
I feel like I wasn't in my house. I wasn't in my bed. Once I got in my bed, then I had the best sleep.
My Renaissance grandma, exactly. That was my stunt double. Listen, and I got off. I remember we were talking about food, so I wanted ramen. So
What did you have?
I made some ramen, my take on it, and because I had some boiled eggs in the fridge, so I put a couple. I had made the broth part of it, threw the ramen in there, let it cook up. Then I threw the eggs in there and kind of let it get warm and take up some of the flavor. And I probably didn't even eat half of it. I was full and then I was sleepy. And I was like, I don't even have the energy to really eat. So I didn't even finish it. I mean, I didn't even eat half, y'all. But it was good for what I ate. I put like a little bit of sesame oil in it, just like not even a teaspoon. Some soy sauce, some chicken bouillon flavoring, and that might have been it. Oh, I did put some crushed pepper flakes in there because I like my ramen spicy. And I didn't have any cabbage or anything to kind of just throw in there. I did have some kale because I had just harvested some kale yesterday. Hey, my ugly garden.
Ugly garden.
And so I chopped up some of that, and then I had the ramen and the egg.
I had ramen yesterday too. The bowl of ramen.
No,
I put water in it, a splash of vinegar,
mm-mm.
and that was it.
I wanted what I had when I was in South Carolina, and I tried my best to recreate it.
I never made it to the place in South Carolina, and there's this place here in town that's supposed to be like to go, really good. And I really want to get there. I really want to try it. I was trying to do it today, but we got sidetracked with the car and was clear on the other side of town. Maybe tomorrow we can go for lunch or something.
I'm gonna try to find the one that's here because Zach said we have one. Destiny said we did, but the one she went to, she said wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
And but I must ask her if it was the one that Zach was talking about because the city that he was saying it's in is not far from me.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually probably closer to me than him. Um, but yeah, I'm like I'll see because that place it was actually next to the breakfast place I told you we went to twice.
Yeah.
That was so good. We went twice, and they were both in this little plaza, like kind of almost like a hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But they were both good. We saw the ramen the second day. We went to breakfast, and I was like, "Oh, they got a ramen spot." And Des was like, "I want to get it. We got to get that. We got to get it." So we were going to get it that night, and then we decided to go to the Louisiana place.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Don't worry, we got a couple more nights here. We'll get it before we leave." And so
Mm-hmm.
we got it the night before we had Simply Southern.
Mm-hmm. So
So yeah,
you told me about it on Wednesday. And by the
well,
time
we
you
came.
told me,
Had,
it was too late.
yes,
So I
that
hope
we
we
had.
did it Thursday, but then that's when Liddy came.
Yep,
And what did we
yep.
do?
Because that the reason and that made me remember when you said I told you because I changed my shirt when I came over to see you because I had ramen juice.
Mm-hmm.
I needed a bib, y'all. I didn't have it all over, but I had drippings on my shirt, and I was like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna go over there and meet because I was meeting Tia face to face for the first time. I just decided. Well, Lydia made us feel bad because she's like, "How y'all gonna be in the same, basically in the same vicinity? I ain't even met up yet." And I'm like, because we totally on opposite sides of this thing,
We
like
were.
completely south. I'm completely north. It was like we were completely far. We were 30 minutes from each other driving. So I was like, she right though. I could go see her. So I got up after we hung up. I was like, I'm about to come over there. I'm about to pull up.
Now, see, Lydia, so I stayed with her at the hotel. We got up, went to the villa, and she made breakfast. And then we went back to the hotel so she could check out. And then she took me further my way. So, like, you were here. She took me further my way. She went basically drove all the way down the beach till we couldn't go anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We came back around, Lydia came back around, and then we still went out further that way. She was just gone. She was footing it.
See. Mm-mm. Yeah, we were actually on the beach the same day, y'all. And I was like, where you at? And I was like, can you see they had this big Ferris wheel thing that people would get on and be able to see over the city. And I said, can you see it? And she was like, yeah. I said, no, first she couldn't see it. And I was like, oh, I don't know where you at. Then she's like, no, I see it. I see it now. I said, okay, is it to the left or the right of you? And I think it was to the right of you.
To the right of
to
me.
the left. And I was like, oh, we ain't nowhere near each other.
The Lydia was, well, y'all could have walked. No.
It was far for Tia where the Ferris wheel was. For me, it was walkable. It was not far because actually Destiny and the baby got on it. But for
Not
Tia, she
sure
was
if it
like,
was
it's
that
in the
big.
far distance. Yeah, she was like, it's in the far distance.
That was not just a simple walk.
Mhm. Yeah. But yeah, the beach I will say was it was very relaxing
Mm-hmm.
and calming. It was I could literally lay there and go to sleep. It was a great temperature and everything. The water wasn't, but the beaches that
Mm-hmm.
water was cold.
The water was cold. I will say this about the water. I lived in California and we would go to the beach. And I didn't like getting in the water because it was so like filmy. Like it just
Mm,
you felt nasty and dirty afterwards. And the water there, I didn't feel like that. Like I had no problem getting in the water. No issue.
hmm. Yeah, we didn't have any problem with that because Tristan was scared to really get in the water. So what we did is we kind of just sat at the like right at the shore, and when the water would brush up, that would be us getting in the water. He could handle that. And a couple times we had to grab him because the water almost was like pulling because he's so little. But yeah, had a good time.
I did have a good time. Really did.
Miss Felicia, what's I can't tell what that emoji is.
That's a beach umbrella
Oh,
and water look like.
that's why I can't tell what it is because we didn't have no beach umbrella. Tia did. She was in our lot. We just had a beach.
Tia had a beach umbrella. Tia found the little restaurant. Tia found out that that little restaurant served really good drinks while you're waiting on your food.
See, they did have some restaurants down there where we were. We only thing we got other than that pineapple drink I showed you I had got, we stopped and got they had like the yogurt spot,
Mm-hmm.
the very expensive yogurt. Basically, you go in there, you put what you want in your cup, whatever flavored yogurt you want. So it's froyo basically, and then you put they have all kind of candies and
That's
stuff in
what
the
Naya
drink.
had.
Child, that mess was expensive, but they said it was good. I didn't get any. Miracle and Tristan wanted some, and then Tyler came in and he wanted some, and I was like, I told the lady because I had already paid for Tristan and Miracle, and I told the lady, "Oh, my third child just showed up, fully grown man," but I was giving him crap. Yes, but they liked it, and Destiny didn't want none, and then she ended up eating most of Tyler's. She said, "I tasted it, and it was good."
I think that's what Naya wanted because we
Mhm.
went to the. She wanted to stop at the candy store, and
We
then
did
she
go to
wanted to
Sugar.
go to. I forget what she called it. Something with the frog though.
I
But
think that was the place we went to. It was, I
mhm.
think it had a frog on it. Yeah. Hmm.
She was like, you gotta stop and get there. She got her stuff and
Hmm.
she killed it. I didn't go in, so I don't know like what she ordered, but I know she killed it.
Yeah, it's all do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The place, um, which I it's a love and hate thing for me because it was a guy in there with his son, and he caught my eye when I made this comment. But my grandson came up to the counter and he started reaching to like grab a spoon and put some kind of candy, and I said, "No, just tell me what you want." And he was telling me. I said, "I do not like kids reaching into any kind of bar that can get food because kids are gross. I don't care if they my own
All true story.
are gross, and that's why I don't like buffets to this day because I don't know, no, I don't want it. So, when I said it, I looked back to where Destiny and them were, and I saw. Then I caught the eye of the father with his son, and he kind of looked at me. He did like that because he was like, "I agree." Listen, they are gross.
Right. No lies told
Weird.
there. Absolutely true.
and they will touch things and put them back. My
Mm-mm.
own 14-year-old will do that sometimes. And I'm like, girl, don't do that again. Don't do that. Oh,
Mimi is 20 and will still do it. She'll take
listen.
something of mine. I'm like, just keep it.
Yes.
I don't want
Don't
it back.
do that. Don't do it. I don't like.
You're just nasty.
And to this day, and it's funny because when my husband started dating, he would like to, because Destiny was like 12 when we started dating. So when we would go out to eat, they would choose, actually, both of them would want to go like to the Golden Corral or something. And I'd be like, oh, I hate buffets. But I would go. But after so long, I was like, I can't do it. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to eat. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a waste of money for me. I'd rather go somewhere, sit down, and order what I want to eat. Now,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong. I know gross stuff happens in those kitchens, but guess what? I ain't seeing it. At Golden Corral, I get firsthand sight of what's happening at any buffet place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it.
I've never minded it as much. And that used to be our thing, maybe Sunday after church or on a
Yeah.
Saturday morning. We would all, my sister and her kids and my mom, we'd all get together and go like to a buffet. But we haven't. I'm trying to think the last time we were at one.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Marcus went.
Simply Southern, which I did not appreciate when I figured out that was a buffet. I did not know that was a buffet.
Yes. I didn't.
Because of what I sent y'all, I assumed it was a restaurant.
So I guess it was a restaurant. It is a restaurant. But to take out, you have to go through the drive-through.
Mm-hmm.
And we had walked all in and got in line, and that's when they told us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it might have been my sister or whoever was in front of me, and they were like, well, how much is it? And they said it was $15. And she was like, $15? We might as well just come in. And then that's right when Lydia called me. And she was like, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? And I'm like, wait a minute, Leadfoot. You're in Myrtle Beach already. And she was like, and I was like, we at the restaurant.
That's why when I talked to you, I was like, she here already.
That's why I was like, Leadfoot, why are you here already? And she was like, what'd she say? She's like, I'm about to call Gina. Send her the location or send her the whatever. I'm about to call Gina. And then I sent it to you. And then Lydia gets there and she's like, did you call Gina? No, I'll call Gina. I'll call her.
I can't. And you saw how I wasted over 2 plates. I picked at 2 plates, y'all. I filled 2 plates, and literally that lady pretty much cleaned up 2 plates.
You saw what I ate.
I picked up that food.
Were you there? It might have been Lydia, but I had my plate. I picked over. I'm very picky, so there's just some things I'm not even going to eat. But I'm going to find something to eat. And I think at the end of the day, I had, 4 bowls of banana pudding?
Listen, and I didn't even get any dessert.
Well, that was all there was. And I was like, look, I'm at a buffet. What I'm not going to do is stop eating.
That's why I got the second plate, even though I didn't finish the first one. Because it's like, it's a buffet. That's what you do. I was like, I want to try some other things.
It's not that big and triangle shaped. Everything is close.
Kinda.
We just didn't expect her to be there that soon.
She was she was coming 2 hours away, and she got there in less. Mm-hmm. Like maybe an hour, it felt like.
And then she ended up saying it was over 2 hours. So I'm like,
she got there fast because I yeah, because she sent us her location when she left.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you on your way already? Because she was supposed to be still at work. She was like, I'm on my way. I'm like, okay, I mapped it out. I said, okay, Liddy should be here by blah, blah, blah. I
Right.
told my family because we were out at the Ripley's thing. And then when we was, I think we was had either we had just got back to the Airbnb or we were heading back, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "What? You here already? All right, I'm on my way." Ooh. Did you pull your jars out? Did I miss that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
This is what I see.
Don't do him. He had a long day. He
Oh,
had
what?
he had to dig a hole for you to plant your tree.
That
That soil is very compact,
dog.
and it was hard for him to do that. And then you wasn't helping, so I understand Kodak. Gosh, you can't do nothing around there without
That
you don't
dog
get
is
credit for nothing.
out. Because he not usually a back layer, and he was inside. And he did his like low growl, so I knew he was like in his zone. But then all of a sudden he flipped over on that back.
He laid out like he done worked a
He
full
was
shift
broke.
at the coal mine.
He did get into a fight with a bee, and I was like, "It's gonna sting you. It's gonna sting you. It's gonna sting you." He just kept.
They don't like it. My dog used to be that way. She
Mm-hmm.
anything moving, you guys, I'm gonna keep swatting you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he did.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, see, stop, leave it alone. And I tried to distract him, and he kept going back to that same spot. So I guess that was the highlight of his day, that bee.
That bee was in his. Stop touching me! Stop touching me! Stop touching me!
Oh, he done rolled back over. He knew I was talking about him. But yeah, that dog is out. He was gone. All right, y'all. We gonna make like Kodak and
Listen,
pass out.
I'm absolutely going to do that. I'm totally jealous of Kodak.
Here you go. All right. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, like always. Bye bye.